Greetings, my good adventurers. Today our story continues, episode, 15? I believe. If it isn't, well, it'll say what it is in the title. So, but I think it's 15. So we were gonna do we were gonna go out here, get in our ship, and head out to this mountain across the way here. We were gonna go out there in this adventure. We've now taken out bone mass, brought all my iron back. I've got all my gear. I should sleep here first before we get too far into it. But I've gotten all my gear that I want. I have a fully topped up axe and mace with highest level of armor in the iron helmet, iron greaves, and the iron scale mill. And I was going to take some resist frost potions and head over to that mountain and see what I could find. I don't think there's a ton over there, but I just thought because it's so close to the house, I'd at least explore it. Maybe get some hides. Maybe get some what do you call it? Mandrake or Drake heads or something like that, so I could start building some of that armor. Get the cloak going for the frost resist, so forth. Anyways, but what I did do in the meantime was kind of start to build the big workshop, and I'm going to make this a building video instead. So here we go. I know my sleep bonus. This is what I've been doing. There you go. This is the workshop. It's basically a giant warehouse off the back of the house, off of the back of the original structure. This is all going to go away. I mean, maybe not the very front of the building will go away, but certainly this portion here, this last portion of the warehouse, extends up over top of the house. And this is not quite done right. I started to do it, and you can see I've misaligned it a bit and stuff, so I have to come back and sort of repair that. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you a little bit of building. I haven't really shown you any of that in my playthrough at all, mostly because I just didn't think it was worth seeing me build a smaller house and stuff. So many people are much better builders than I am. But I just thought, you know what, I could show them my philosophy on what I like to do for building. I like to keep it generally I like to keep it simple, squarish buildings with simple lines and stuff like that. And the reason is because I'm just sort of a pragmatic player. I tend not to get too carried away because I'm more into the playing of the game than the building of the game. Although the building of the game is fine. I think it's great in this game. It's actually something that the Iron Gate has done really well. But it's not necessarily something that I go crazy with. However, as you can see, this is a very large building. This will house all my workshop and my furnaces, my smelters, the kilns. I'm going to try and get it all in here. And in the front half of the building, I'm going to try and get the kitchen. It's going to stay in the house, I think, and we'll just build that out a little better. My storage will be out here. The workshop, as far as the my benches and everything, will be in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this other tower. I know that at one point too, I had said I was going to try and integrate. There was one of those stone monoliths, plinth / where you could get the skeleton bones sitting right here. I actually axed it down just because it wasn't quite lining up with where I wanted it. If it had been a little further back, it probably would have worked, and I could have sort of made it look like a neat little architectural dig site or something like that. But it was just too far up the side here, so I got rid of it. And I do feel kind of bad because I did really kind of want to integrate it into the warehouse and stuff like that, but it just didn't quite work. Built some big windows and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure that this is amazing. I know it isn't amazing, but I try and do a reasonably decent job at this kind of stuff and make it look half decent. But I am not a builder at all. You want building videos? There's so many better people out there than I am. And yeah, I would recommend you go watch their videos on building and stuff. But I'll just let you kind of go through the way I look at things. Let me just see if this has got anything. It does have a little bit. I'm going to move it because that's another thing. It's going to have, you know, all this stuff, everything in the inside the house and everything, a whole bunch of it's going to have to move out here, especially all the storage and stuff like that. And I don't build a separate storage building, or I just build a wall with some storage on it just to make it easier on myself. So what I'm thinking is this. I think I'm going to do a stone structure up to this support point. So if you notice here, I've used iron here to get this roof span. You can't just use wood and make a roof span this big all by itself. You have to integrate iron, what are they called? What are the build pieces called? I think they're iron, what is it here? Right here. What does it say? Wood iron poles. You have to use these in order to get this kind of span. So I've used them in this particular build. And when you build them, you can kind of cover them up with wood pillars over top of them. But you have to make sure that they're touching the ground in order to, they have to be blue once they've been put in. And then once they're blue, you can then run it across. This is like orange, I think. So this is kind of to the edge of what it can be. If you look here with the build pieces, let's see here, if I go here. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it's interesting. It's actually pretty supported. Like, look at it. This is almost blue. It's very well supported. So we're good. So what I'm going to, oh, there's some orange over there. That's it. Oh, that's on this edge. Yeah. This edge is a little more, but on either side of the iron here, it's looking good. Green all the way up. Yeah. Once I actually joined the two together, it actually really gave it a lot of strength. So I'm going to build a stone building here. And it's going to be on the front, like it'll be whatever this is, 5 by 5, something like that. Anyways, it's going to run the whole entire length. Maybe there'll be an opening through here that goes into the kitchen area. This side will probably be where the workbenches are in this building. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it because I do kind of want my bedroom over top of this part. And then I'm going to have another building that'll eventually, it won't be anything to start, but I think what I might put in there is all the magic and stuff like that later on in the game. And this hallway that sort of separates the two, maybe there'll be some, you know, trophies and armor, suits of armor and all kind of stuff, just sort of spanning either side of this hall, just because it looks kind of cool and it sort of comes right out into the shop area here. I still have room out this way because I need to have room out this way because I gotta obviously have this is where the garden / agricultural area is, and then what I'm probably going to do is put my chickens and things like that later on in the game somewhere up in this area here. I might extend. I haven't even decided. Oh, by the way, I've turned off mods, or not mods. I've turned off of raids right now, just because while you're building and stuff like that, I just don't feel like dealing with it. I know it's a bit of a, you know, lame excuse, but I'll turn them back on for sure. Just while I'm building here, I'm going to keep them off just to you know, make my life a little easier. Also just for video purposes and stuff like that too, and whatever. So, okay, so let's get started. So what I think I'm going to do, because I use crafty boxes, I'm lucky I can just build right out of the boxes, which is kind of nice. So it goes a little quicker when you're doing it this way. So I think I'm going to go like this. So I want to go, so that's 4. Yeah, that's 4. That's 5. So I think I'm going to go like this. And I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the door towards that end, towards to the house, and then have a door here into the shop area, or how I'm going to do it. But that's probably something like what it's going to be. Now here's where it starts to it already starts to become a pain in the butt, and I'll tell you why. If I start to go and build this side, I guess I could go and start building this side. I have to start taking down my shop. Or not my shop, sorry, my, well, I guess, yeah, my shop, with my current area where I keep the benches. This is, you know, my small shop, I guess. And I'd have to take all these out. There's some under the floor here. I'd have to take all of this out, and then I'd have to move it into this area. along the walls and such. And then I'd have to have a roof on it. So I want to make sure, I'm not going to do this until I actually have it's quote unquote sheltered. I also have to start to tear down this building and start to integrate the stone and everything like that to now what I'm probably going to do, just as a side note as well, I'll probably integrate some wooden walls into this. I don't like it when it's just pure stone, but you can do things like take a wall like this, put it here, and it just sort of adds a softness, or like a half wall. You could make almost like wainscoting if you want to call it that. And you know, you could put this like this. I'm just giving you a small example just so you can see what I mean. And then, you know, you'd have this here and here, and maybe this is let me just do this part because I'm going to need to put it up here at some point anyways. And then maybe that's as high as the first room will go, right? And so you can have wainscoting all along the edge here, and it kind of looks a little better. And then maybe every once in a while you'd put a bracket up like this, and a bracket like this, and you kind of fill it in a little differently. Maybe you put some hanging things on this, a sconce, like a brass, let's see here, like one of these right here, you know, to light it up. Line it up with the bottom of that brick maybe, and there you go. And you kind of can build this all across, and it looks pretty neat. It's sort of the combination of wood and stone, and it can look pretty neat. And it has sort of a more cozy, realistic, as if while they were building it, they were integrating wood because it needed the structural integrity, or it needed the, you know, to warm up. Maybe the stone is too cold, so you put wood over top of it for that. You can hang your banners off of it and things like that. So it looks pretty good, I think. So I'm not saying this is the way it's going to be. I'm just saying these are the types of things that I'm going to try and integrate for a little bit of decoration. Again, I'm not a great builder, but I do a little bit of it, and that's what I'll do. So getting back to this, for instance, this outside building wall is probably going to come down because I don't need, obviously, wood on the outside of the building per se. So I will start by maybe just tearing some of this down and getting it out of the way. I'm going to leave that wood right up into that corner for sure. I don't want to break up stuff that doesn't need to be broken up. So I'll take it easy. Am I going to use, no, I'm probably going to take all this down too. Looks like there must be some wood in that, in this. Oh, that's quite the little hole there. Nope, must have been some stone. Okay, so I'm going to leave this wooden edge though, along the top here, because that does kind of make sense to me that they would use that to the gaff or something. Oh, there's I don't know. I'm just kind of going by what I think looks good, and I actually think that looks pretty good there with this sort of seam between the bottom bases and the wall pieces here. So that's what we'll do. I think also what I'm going to do is there's going to be a doorway out here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a double door or a single door yet. So let's do this. We'll put this like this, and then we'll put this like this. I have a fair bit of stone. I don't have a like endless amount though, so at some point I might have to go into the backyard there. And there's lots of stones just sitting in the backyard, and because I have the settings at what do I have them at? 1.5. I should be able to get a lot of stone just from that. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, so there's that. Now I had to put the stone cutter down here because I wanted to be able to build. So I'm going to put the stone cutter on the back side of this for now, just so it's still low, like close by, but I can move it. I'm going to have to move this. All of this is going to have to get moved. Yeah. So let me see here. Take this out. Should I just move it out here and then quickly put a roof on top of this? Because that's another thing I got to figure out. The stairs. How am I getting up into the second floor? If I start putting the walls full of, like if I start building stairs here, it takes up so much room of the interior space that it can be a bit of a problem. But if you can do it where you put it, the stairwells on the outside, maybe starting back here at the base of the stone and running up, up the wall here, you can kind of come up to the second floor fairly. Let me see how many. I don't know how many it is. I think it's 3. And I don't like to use these stairs. These are not stairs to me. I know people use them as stairs, but I do not. Why do I have to do this when I go up the stairs? Why am I hopping like a goofball? I think what it is supposed to be a roof line piece that is supposed to extend out and give you some roof line stuff. And I just think it looks like, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it looks fine as far as using it as a roof line piece. Like when people put it along here and then they attach their roofing to that and stuff. Let me just see if I can get it to do it. Oh, this is the different angle, right? It's fine, but, and I don't mind having them here temporary so I can jump up and down and, get to build and stuff like that. But, so I like to use these stairs, my whole point. Well, how many sets of stairs do I need in order to get to the top? It's 3, I think. Let me see here. 1, 2, yeah, it's 3, I'm pretty sure. 3 gets me up to the top there. Okay, so I could have a walkway with a door that goes right into the halfway point of this side here and then comes into the space for the second floor. However, the second floor is probably going to be all one big room, which would, of course, be my bedroom, or at least a good portion of it would be my bedroom. So, damn, I should have probably, is there anything in these? I'm going to move. Oh, they got all my, oh yeah, just a few things. Okay, let me do this. Take all, do this. Okay, that's empty. Okay, and put this quick stack. I'm going to put these in here too. I don't care if I'm carrying the wood, mind you. Let me grab these out of the way. There's all my coal. Okay. Okay. I'm going to also have to go around and see things like this because it's raining now, so it's going to damage some of the wood on the outside of the building here. But, whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay. So I could, if I really wanted to, is temporarily move my shop right into here so that I can still use it and it's under shelter. Should they do that while I'm building? That might be the easiest. It might be the easiest thing to do. So let me take these out of here and build them while they're easy to do. Actually, let me put a workbench down over here first. I know where I'm going to work. Because I'm going to put my smelters and kilns on this side. So for now, this side is going to be kind of empty. So you know what I'll do? I'll just build a workbench right here. Oh, that was fat-fingered, wasn't it? Heavy building. I literally fat-fingered that one. Okay, crafting, bench. There we go. Let's do that. What I could do is I think I can build everything already because I have all the... Do this. I'll just do this for now. I'm going to see how far back I can put it before it says I need a... Okay. I'm going to build this right here. I need a... Okay, I can't build the adze because I don't have enough flint. So I'm going to go get this adze. I can break... Oh, I can just break that one down. I can break this down. There we go. And I'll put the adze back here. What else do I need for that? For crafting, I got, so it's and the rest is all for the forge. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna break these down and just get rid of them, just so they're out of the way. This is all my boats and stuff. I guess I can just pile this into here for now because I don't need that just yet. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of clearing out. Let's let's get rid of the forge stuff now. This actually has stuff under the floor, doesn't it? I think it's just the 2 items. Is it just the 2? Yeah. Okay, I will grab that. Grab this. Now, one of the things I've noticed in my videos, just so you know, is unfortunately, you can hear because I'm such an amateur, you can hear my keyboard clicking away. I'm hoping to get a better mic stuff set up and make it so that kind of goes away. I hope it's not intolerable, but if it is, I apologize for now. Again, I'm still very early on in doing video gaming and posting videos, so I have a feeling that's going to I'm hoping it gets a little bit better and it's a little easier to watch these videos and stuff because there's a little more sophistication and stuff, but I guess it depends, right? Okay, so there's all that. I lost my wheel. There we go. And lastly, oh, wrong button because I didn't realize for those pieces how heavy it is. Okay, I'm gonna go in here and put my iron away just so I have it all nearby. Okay, so when it comes to the forge, I'll just put it over here. I will have to do this because in the forge you can't. Wrong one. You can't. Put it like this. You kind of need support for the tools and stuff just because it looks hokey. So for now, I'm just going to put this here. There we go. I'll put the down the actual forge. I will put the bellows down as close as I can. There we go. I think this I can put back here if I need to. Yep. I can put the... I think I'll put it over here. And then it's almost like as if I have to come around to this other side to do some of the work. The bucket. Where's my coolant bucket? It's also back here maybe? I don't know. I don't know where the bucket can go. Look at that. See, that's the thing about this. It's so weird how... Why would it have this kind of interference? They got to make these things a little more cooperative, you know? And then the rack. I got to go to bed here just because I like to work in the daytime anyways. There you go. So the forge is all done now. So the good thing is at least if I have to repair anything, I can, and it's all done. It's out of the way. I got to basically dry off here. Oh, okay. Let's get some sleep. Got to change the kitchen up and stuff too. I think I'm going to switch the kitchen to the other side, but we'll see after the way the stone building is kind of built and how that works. It might not work as well as I'm hoping. Just give me a second here. I'm going to pause the recording. Okay, I'm back now. It's only been a split second for you, but it's been about 10 minutes for me. Okay, so I've got these out here. Okay. Didn't I sleep or did I not? Maybe I must have slept, yeah. There we go. Okay. So we've got our shop out here. Now I can start to... Oh. Right. My favorite thing in the world, I'll have to get rid of these at some point, but I'll just put this back here for now. I would say it's my favorite thing in the world, but it's one of my favorite things in the world. Let me take that off. Let me take that off. I'm going to go put these away. You know where I'm going to put them? Over here for now. Oh, I got no room. Boo. I do. I think in my barrel here. In me barrel. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of these. We'll get rid of this because I don't want to lose the nails. They're just not that they're like hugely important or anything. It's just you know, anything of that kind of nature you kind of want to keep. Put that in there. More fine wood. And for my banners, I should probably, I don't know where, I'm going to, you know, again, I think I told you this a couple of videos ago. It's so weird that I don't know where everything is, because what I've been doing is just throwing things on the floor and then not really going back and looking in the boxes. Sorry, I'll keep my arrows, okay. And looking in my chests so that I can, you know, I'm going to tear all this down. Looking in the chest so I can memorize the items in them and understand like what I have and what I don't have. I'm bad. I've been bad for that in this particular playthrough. Okay, so these, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. I want to build, the reason why I'm getting rid of this is obviously because I'm going to put the stone right here. Like this whole aspect of the building is going to be all stone. Like even the this wood, we might as well get rid of it. I will pull out my hoe and maybe raise this up once, just so it's reasonably decent. That's good enough. Yeah. It's a little high, but I guess I can. There you go. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so let's put down the stone. And we will start to finish off this aspect of it. Now I'm going to keep the floor of the house wood, because I just like the look of wood floors. I think they look great, personally. Why is this doing funny things? And so I just like the wood. You know, so this whole part here is probably going to be stone right here, but probably from here this way, I think I'm going to make it and keep it stone or wood. Sorry. So the kitchen is going to have a wood floor. At least I think so. Who knows? I might change it, but I'm just saying at this point that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I think my door is going to come in. Do I want the side door? I think I'm going to do an end door, like a door right here. Yeah, just like this. Do I want two doors like that? One that comes in there and one that comes in there? Or I want the door here, leading into the hallway. That's a good question. I think I'm gonna have. I'm gonna put the door here for now. If I change my mind, obviously it's not that big a deal to map it out differently. But I think I'm gonna put the door here and the door here. You know what? I'm gonna need 3 doors, because I'm probably gonna need a door to leave this space to go out into the workshop. And if one half is the workbench and the other half's the forge, I think the door needs to go right here. Oh good, I thought I got rid of that. So I'll put the door here. Let me see if I can rebuild. I'm just going to put a door here. No, this is the tricky part. Because one of the things that everybody talks about is this, where do you build the door? Do you build it like there? And do you put these on this side as well? I don't, because I like the width. If you put you can't really do it here actually, can I? Let's see. If you put these, yeah, you can. Then it kind of closes up the door a little bit. So if you go like this, it's quite a bit narrower, right? And who knows? I don't know if I'm even going to have a door. I might just make an opening. Like this might not, you know what? I think I'm just going to make an opening. Let's try this. Let's see if we can just go like this with an archway. good enough. I'm gonna probably get rid of this wood and stuff later, but I'm just saying, like that might be the way I'd go. Let me actually. What about right on the? Nah. Well, I'll decide that after. Okay, so let's just keep going on this. You're seeing a lot of this in real time, and so I hope I'm not frustrating you guys too much with my what seems to be indecision, because it kind of is indecision, but it's more about genuinely trying to figure out what's the best way to kind of proceed with this build. Now, I still might go one more set of. Okay, so if I go this high, that's right to the edge there, and then I can put my bedroom up there, and then I still have room above my head in the bedroom. So do I want my shop roof this low, or do I want it one more level up? That's a good question. Get rid of this. Okay. Do I want one more? Do I want one more board or one more layer of stone? Or is this as high as I want to go? If I go, I do have a fair bit of height still. Like the peak of my roof is there. So I could literally have the stone come up. Yeah, I'm going to go one more layer in here just to make the space a little more comfortable. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to come out here. Can I get out of here? Nope. Damn it. Oh, well, probably doesn't help that I have no food in my belly. So I'll do this, I'll do this, and then I will go eat this. Oh, it's kind of cool how it disappears as you eat it. How many do I have? 6, okay. All right, so I'm back up to having some stamina. Okay. Yeah, I think, I'm gonna get, don't worry, this is not the permanent staircase. This was just to see. So I need 4 of these to get to the top of a level 4. That's another thing I have to keep into consideration as well if I go one more level higher. All right, I think I'm gonna try. I think it'll look better in the long run inside the shop if there's, you know, a little bit of a higher ceiling in there. Now the shop storage is probably not going to be in here. The shop storage is probably going to be out here, you know, against the wall here or something like this. Sort of, you know, so still quite active and easy to access, but because I want to keep this area clear for other stuff as I go, you know, spinning wheels and various other things. There'll be, like I said, it's going to be quite full in here at some point. It might not even, to be completely honest with you, there might not even be enough room. So I might be complaining in the near future because I know everybody's like, well, this shouldn't be your last base and blah, blah, blah. I tend not to build. The only other thing I build after this is, you know, some outposts. And I've also built some, like obviously a small plains base and stuff like that. And the reason that's just obvious because you have to have agriculture there. So a lot of times I will build a plains base just to make my life easier. I think this is all good now. Okay. Basically put this doorway in here. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm putting it on this side, but it's not a big deal. It's just, it's kind of like these arched ways, but I'm not sure. I could definitely have to put a door here. No, I'll still put an arch here anyways, regardless. So let's build. No, building door. I think I'm gonna do. Do I want it on this side or do I want it on the other side? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have it open this way. So what? I definitely don't want it to suck. Why was it doing it earlier? So let me see here. If I do this, can I get it to attach to the? I think I can actually. No, it attaches to the. Edge and edge. Yeah. It worked earlier. I was able to get it to go in the middle. See? You can see that that's where I want it, right there. Well, that's kind of interesting how it sticks right out there, doesn't it? Can I get that to... I do not like how it's... Huh. What is it? Is it attached to the upper? I get a... What did I just attach that to? I don't even know what I got it attached to, but I think it's good. Yeah, it seems to be fine. Oh, I gotta put a wood bracket here. And for now, I'll just put this. I think I'm gonna do some sort of a stone walkway out here. So I don't freaking know. And I might... Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those now. I might have to disassemble them. Okay, so I actually like the, you know, it is a little bit small, but I think I can make this work as a workshop. I'll put the forge on this side because there's more space, and I'll put the woodworking shop on this side. And I should be able to get by, no problem, to get in and out if I need to get in and out from this side here. And I can put a floor on this. And cover this all up with a wood floor because I think the wood floors look good. So here's the deal. This will also have another space, but this will be a big open space that'll open up into another big open space, which will open up into another big open space. So this top floors will be things like I said, I think the magic's going to go on the bottom floor in here. And then the next floor is going to be, you know, the bedroom will probably be in the middle here. I might have a little bit of an extension sort of overlooking the shop. And yeah, I think I'm going to try and squeeze everything into the shop all in this backside. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Again, this is all kind of just happening in real time here. So, okay, let's see here. Always like the parquet style where you put the crisscrossing patterns. Actually, one of the ones that I really like that some people do is the 1x1s. Those are really good, but I'm fine with this. They look pretty good. So here's my second floor. So let's continue to build. No, I don't even know what the roof line is going to look in this building. I haven't even thought about it. So this could be very interesting at this point. So what do I need this to be here? I'm not going to put too much. I definitely have to build over here. I better get rid of all this for now because I don't need it. I gotta watch because I'm bad at clicking and destroying the wrong things. So I do have to kind of watch what I'm doing and basically try not to destroy everything. Oh, I already tried going up. I should probably move this stone mason's thing here. Break down that wall so I don't have to run all the way around as well. Do this. I'm going to just move it over so it's not in the doorway. Okay. Crafting. Okay. Yeah. Let's continue to take down these structures here. I'm gonna get rid of this. Put that in here for now. I don't need a farmer's. I need to break this. Oh. I hate when I do that. If you're facing it when you're doing it, you'll put it on it. So gotta do that. That. It's nice to kind of. I love that the game gives you everything back. It's probably not too super realistic, but I do like that it does it. I think it's kind of incentivizes you to not worry about, once you've gathered the materials and stuff, to not worry too much about like you know, the taking the time and effort to do something, right? It's kind of nice that the game sort of says, yeah, it's okay if you want to change things and move things around. We're not going to penalize you. Whereas I think not a ton of games, but there are quite a few games out there that do. You lose your you lose half of your materials or something like that. Okay. So I wonder if I should take these portals out of here as well, and maybe take the whole front of this off, and start to go down this path. So what is this one set for? This one's set for stones, and this one, actually, yeah, this is the one that I used. Okay, I'll just move these out here for now. I should probably put them up against the wall, but I can move them again if I need to. Okay, so there. Cancel. Stones. Oops. That one should fade. Yeah, okay, good. Because there is no unnamed portal out there, so it shouldn't have a... Okay, so let's get rid of this rug. This rug. Dunk, dunk. I'm gonna get rid of it. No, I'm not gonna get rid of this just yet. I'm gonna push this out of here because this, if I break it up, I can't reuse it. I want to reuse this, so I'm just gonna move this over here. I think. Can I? I hope I can. I hope I don't destroy it. Let me do this. Oh, I thought I could batter it out of the way. Oh well. Now I know. You can't hit these. If you hit these, they just disappear. Okay, good to know. Let's go over here. I think I have to go to sleep here. Damn it. Let's go to sleep. Get that out of the way. There are enemies nearby. Okay, where? If it's on this, yeah, there he is. Okay. Trying to get some sleep. I don't need you bugging me. I'm gonna leave. You know what? What? Where are all these supposed enemies? Oh, right here. Another one of these pricks. Okay. Okay, let me get some sleep now, guys. Come on. There we go. I got to keep building this stone structure that this half wood, half stone structure is going to sort of mingle with, you know. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff in this. I don't think there's, yeah, there's my potions. I'm going to leave those there. So what I'm going to do, take all this out of here. I'm going to put it over here for now. Furniture. I'm going to have to go through all these stupid... I'm going to have to go through all these stupid chests and everything after. And just kind of get rid of all the unknowns. The good thing is the game, the way I've got it set up right now is it's not penalizing me for, because of the way I've got, I shouldn't say penalizing, it's because I've got crafty boxes, it's easy to just sort of move around and take all and put back in, and you know, I don't have to keep going to grab the supplies for another chest and all that kind of stuff, right? So I do like that the game's kind of it's kind of fairly easy to work with. So I think I'm going to tear all this off, this whole face, so I can see what I'm working with. I did not, well, I got to get rid of that anyways. I did not mean to do that, but it'll work. Wrong roof, but see what I mean? So easy to just click on the wrong. Okay. So what I'll probably do is extend the roof in an upward direction. Past here, see this slopes downward here, this area. I'll probably just keep going up into the building wall, just so it looks a little more normal. One of the things that I like to do when I build, I haven't done it as much on this build because I've got a fairly flat spot, but I have built in some fairly hilly areas in the past, and I tend to like to basically make it look as if whoever was living there in that community, in that town, you know, make it as if they had to build around the ground. They didn't always completely excavate, flatten the area, you know, remove this, remove that. It was a more realistic look. Like, we only have, you know, like when you see buildings in the real world, they could flatten the area and stuff like that. But there's tons and tons of examples of where they've had to basically just kind of follow nature because of stone and rock and whatever else that's kind of gotten in their way. And they can't just, you know, you can't always have it the way you want it, you know. You have to kind of live with what the area gives you. And so I've done a lot of that in the past, where I kind of build in such a way that it seems like this is what the area has given me. So for instance, I I have no desire to chop down this oak tree. This is an original oak tree. The reason why I like this oak tree is because the branches aren't super low. Tons of the oak, well, I would say tons, but there are lots of oak trees when they come out. The branches are way too low. So this has a nice big arching branches and everything. They're all out of the way. It's one of the better oak tree models that they have. There's so many of them where they come right down into your spot. Like this is going to have a little bit in this corner, but that doesn't bug me. I'm not even going to worry about it. So it is what it is. But like I said, I'm not going to. I'm living with what this is. This over here. See how this slope came up to this point? I flattened it up a little bit at this top, but I left it and built up this edge a little here. But this was the way it came up to this door. This is the way it was. So I just kind of filled it in and made it look like, oh, well, this is just how you come into the back part of the shop from up in the back part of the property. You know, I like it. I left this stone here, you know, because I kind of want to keep it as natural as possible, right? So I kind of like stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, but I dug out the back. Like if you look here, I did dig out to get some flat spots, right? So along this back side here, it's kind of dug out. So yeah, and I left a stone in over here. I just built around it, right? I probably should have cut it away because you would not do that in the real world. But I was like, I can build around this. That doesn't bug me. So I guess what I'm saying is I like the way, you know, if you can kind of make it look as natural as possible. It's kind of a neat little, you know, I don't know what you'd call it, but just kind of a neat way to kind of make a nod to, in a way, even though we're playing a video game, it's kind of a neat nod to the real world, I guess, in my opinion. Let's see here. How do I have it over here? How far out is it? Right, it's 1 square in. So I'll do this just so that they're kind of the same. I'll do it this way. And then oh, come on now. Carrying 2. Oh, got a whole crap ton of wood on me. Okay. Well, that's all it took to get rid of that. Am I going to be able to get that? So these might be too far from the chests. That's why I'm probably not having chests pick up that stone. So what I'm going to do is just put this in here, quick stack all that in there. That way I can grab this stone. I could build a chest, say right here, and then put some stone in it, and then every time I, you know, build or don't build or whatever, it just kind of works a little better. Okay, so let me just see. So I said it was 1, right? I'm pretty sure. So it's 1 in, yeah, basically 2 meters wide there. Okay. So then I think is the next one over. It is a solid. Okay, that's the way I did it, anyways. I should say solid, but like a 2 meter by 1 meter. Okay, so there. So there's going to be, like I said, 2 5x5 towers. I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this, like this. Now, where is that door? Is that door 1 meter from? No, it isn't. It's middle. Now, this doesn't have to be identical, but for continuity, I might make it identical, just so that it looks good. So what I'll do is put this like this. There we go. And then I'll do that, because I'll bring this around. I gotta go 4 high. I gotta go 4 high, people. And so did I do, so there's an outside door here, there's that door, and then this wall is not, mess up. I thought I put that there. Doesn't have to be, I guess I kind of want it identical, don't I? So I've got that and that. So, yeah, I might have messed up. I'll have to rearrange this one over here because I jumped around. Okay. I fat fingered that one, didn't I? Oop. That's the wall builder. Oh, Jesus. I need to do the stairs on this side as well. Maybe I will. No, I can get rid of them after. Even if I just do that, just so I can hop on here. Let me, there we go. Okay. How many of these? I still have quite a bit left. There's still not a ton. Like, not all the way, I don't think. But I think I have enough to build quite a bit still. So I will continue to do that. Why did that do that? Oh, it did. Okay, good. Okay. Good. And then I'll go one more layer because the hall, look at this. This is already looking pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to put my stairs in here or what, but this is kind of looking good as a great hall almost that leads back into the kitchen area. Maybe that won't be the kitchen area. Maybe I'll make that some sort of. Here, wait. Now things are. Nah. Let me just keep going on this. I'll have to think about this here. Because as I see this, the way it's formulating here, I'm making changes on the run. Not changes, but ideas are coming to me on the run here. I think that's what. Nope. Okay, let me jump up on this. See? Dumbass. I didn't think past the future. Building. Okay. Heavy building. Guess I should go and get my hammer repaired. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking around here and thinking. I apologize if I'm being a little quiet. So I gotta put the floor in here. What the frig? How did that happen? I spun it around, all of a sudden it... Here's something that I'm gonna do. How am I gonna do this? I knew I was already gonna have an overhang anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Am I gonna have the same? Oh, I am. Okay, good. I was hoping it was gonna be the same pattern, but just for a split second there, I wasn't 100% sure it was going to be. Oh shit. I hate it when I do that. Okay, one, done, deep, done. This spins. Somehow I got it mixed up again. Right. Nope. I gotta, okay. I'm gonna pause the recording and straighten out this floor and then I'll be back. Okay, that took way longer than it should have, but got her taken care of. So let's build the stone across here. And we're going to go 4 high again, I believe. Now, we're starting to get to the end of the stone, or at least a fair bit. I don't think that 200... I don't believe that 200... I don't... Okay, so this is where we might actually have to build... I'll just... Okay, let's go down here and just see something here. How am I going to do this? Am I going to put a pillar across the middle here? I'd rather leave the span wide open, so what I'm probably going to do then is do this. Okay, so... Probably gonna do... Well, the only reason why I'm like contemplating maybe doing it, because it's, you can put stone on either side of this and it strengthens it. And if I go straight up, I definitely want some... I just don't need it on the edge is all I'm thinking. I don't really need it on the edge, you know what I mean? If I put it more to the middle, like here, and say here, or something like that, then what that does is it transfers up to the whole building and gets it on both sides. What am I thinking here? I could temporarily, just to get this across, I could just run two beams just to get it across. But it'll only adds, yeah, it only adds the strength of the steel beams if it's to the ground. So, and I believe it'll only do what's directly attached to it. And of course, what's directly attached to it is going to come right down here. If I was to try and get two stones on either side. I want to be able to build this across in stone. I might have to go off this corner, like here, all the way up. Then I might end up having to move these doorways, which again isn't the end of the world by any stretch, but okay, let me see here. Like, I know if I do archways, you know what I could do? Let's try this. Let's try this. That'll give me that much. And then if I was to put a stone pillar down, or what I might get rid of it, but I think what I might try is something like this. Let's do a half first, then I can center place this. Then I can get rid of that, and then I can just... And then I can do this. It's not the greatest at this point, but it'll get me by so that I can get this all supported. And then I'll come back and possibly remove that. Although I don't know if I'm... let's see. Let's try this here. Okay. Oh, yeah, and I'm not going to look down into the... I might have windows here, but I'm not going to have this look down into the... like I said, this is going to be something else. Okay. And like this is going to be something that I can, when I'm in my bedroom, I can overlook the shop a little bit or something like that. So there might be railing or something here. I haven't decided how this is gonna, haven't decided how this is all gonna work out. But I don't think... Now I'm just thinking about doorways and stairwells and where they're going to line up. Like if I was to run stairs this way, now it blocks this door. But if I go here, here, and then turn and go up, up, and then into the floor here. Just running around, see if I'm not trying to grab any. It's a nice big space up here anyways. that's for sure. I could probably put a hearth up here. I do have fire here. If I go this, how far away? I haven't put a hearth down, so I'm curious as to how far the hearth, because I'd probably centralize my bed like right here, and then have some big windows and maybe a little walkout / deck thing out that way. This would be a big window here, obviously. Tempted to make the whole upper part here wood, which isn't as easy to work with when you start to do that, right? But it looks like something like this. Like, what I mean by that is like something like, give an example. Maybe do something like take something like this, put it on the outside of the building here. If I can get it to line up, yeah, like that. And then you know, build out onto it for a deck. And then the whole, like, and then obviously if I want walls, I can just put walls like right here, right? You know, big window, walls, and then this whole upper part is just wood. Another big window. How big is that one? Is that too wide over there? Yeah. So too wide here, and then right, and then once this is kind of figured out how you want to do this, I can even do a half wall here if I needed to, you know, something like that, whatever. With two big windows or whatever. You can even make these glass windows. Maybe make a, like I said, a small patio out here for the hot tub or whatever. I don't mind having this ledge, because you can put things like chests and, you know, various pieces of trophies and things like that out on the ledge, right? So if you were to do this, you could do 2 layers of this. Oops. Like that. Right? And then I could extend the roof line over that, or don't even have to. I don't care if it. I don't have a problem with the wooden rotting look. I know a lot of people do. And then if you look underneath here, we could figure that all out to make it look a little more solid or whatever. I'm not worried about that either. We could make that work with a small set of. I wonder if the stairs doesn't look too bad going up on it like this. Right, like maybe here and here. Right, so then this just walks out onto the. Then this has a big window right here. Like I said, I might even make it 3 wide, but if I did it 3 wide, which I'm not totally opposed to, because it is a nice view out that way to look over the edge of the fort, I'd have to come up with some sort of a, you know, a ledge, edge, whatever you want to call it. I wonder if this would even look not too bad, right? You could just sort of fill this in front of the window. Do that, and then maybe right in the middle here, nice big opening. Yeah, and then fill that in with glass if I want, or whatever, and then you know, fill this in, and let's basically take this. Wait, take this out of here. The other two should fall. And build some sort of a roof line that kind of goes this way, maybe. And then the two peaks that come down over top of these windows, you know, that could be the archways out the front side. So you're getting a little more. Let's try this here. Let's fill this in. Wood's starting to run out a little, which kind of makes sense because we have been using crap ton. And I kind of like the idea of the roof line sort of going from side to side here. It's just, yeah. Because once it peaks, you know, the low roof peak, it'll like here, let me just do it as a low roof peak here, right here. Put it on that wooden. Can I put it here? Yeah, I think that's where it goes. Nope, right here. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's not the worst. Just wait a second. That is the worst. Why did it do that? Oh, what did we hit here versus what did we hit over here? Oh, I see. I'm gonna see if this lines. No, it doesn't line up. If I just never understood that about this game. I noticed that the last time I was trying to do this. I better go sleep. I don't like doing this in the dark because I can't really see very well, and you certainly can't see very well. So. Okay. Huh. Gonna have to take some of this down. I think it looks a little too. Well, yeah. We'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with this. This is going to get all moved around. Okay, so let's go up here. This is definitely a work in progress, obviously. Did I only put one in the middle? I did. I think I actually like one in the middle better. Wait, what's that? Oh, I once again. It's a good thing there's no raids on right now. There we go. I still have to put all my smelters and kilns and everything down too on top of this. So there's lots of wood that's still needed. Okay, so what did I do here that's not lining? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm not going to put it off of this because that doesn't work. What I'm going to do is put it off of a post like this, and then hopefully that lines up better across the way. And then that's right over my head here, so that's this post. Okay. See, I've noticed that a few times, that when you go to do this, okay, it did line up now. Okay, good. It won't come off the end of this and line up on the very end. Like the end doesn't, it's weird. Okay. So what are we? 4 in from that end. So I'm going to have to take this window piece out. Unfortunately, I kind of liked it. What? Oh. I've got it. No, that's fine. This will work out. There we go. Now I can put this right off here. Did I put the... I did, okay. And I'll do this. Do this. That's going to line up. Sometimes it's so hard to tell because they're just off. Yeah, that lines up. Now I don't want to do that now that I think about that because I want it to have the arch. Well, I can still do small archways over top of these windows, I guess. Start here in this corner, like something like this. Let's see. Here. Like this and this. Nope, that's not good. Oh, I guess. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. But that'll work. And then do. I think that'll work. Do a peak down this center. Yeah, I mean, I think that looks fine, right? And you got a little peak there, but I won't have a peak on this side. I'll just do standard 26 degrees here. And then just fill this in. I might have a window on the end. But, got to obviously put a fair bit of lighting in this as well. Just because a little darker up here. I'm not sure if how I'm going to do this. My fireplace for up here. I do know that you can use the braziers, And well, this is actually going to work out really good. I just realized this because I can actually do this now in this corner. If I can get to the right piece, so that's the problem. So I'm going to do it to this piece. Yeah. Like this. And I might put another peak, one or two up, just to have a little bit of a light coming through there. I'm not sure. Anyways, this will work here. Perfect. And then I think I'm going to leave, I'm going to do this. Well, if I do a peak up there, it won't be much. It will not be much of a peak. But to be honest, I might put a stone hearth here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's fill this in while I'm thinking about this. This is nice. He's working off this metal, or the steel. Iron reinforced is nice because it's strong, and it, you oh, broke me hammer. Okay. I don't think must have hurt something. All right, let's go up here. Yeah, this roof line worked out a little better than I thought it was going to work without not even really paying attention. So that's always nice. That's the thing about the game. I'm not saying it's instinctive, but I'm saying that the game has so many sort of good game pieces, I guess, that it... Oh, wait a second. We might have a bit of a problem here at this peak. Right. Okay, so we are going to have a problem. Spoke too soon. Okay, so what can we do to solve this problem? If I should just jump up here and take a look and see if I can spot a way to make this work. So let's do this. I don't really want a sloppy... This is gonna... I don't want it to... Let's try this. Where's that peak? Here it is here. Okay, so this is... Okay, so this is gonna work. Because what I can do is I can run, which I did over two pieces here that are the sidewall pieces. I mean, it's not perfect, but it doesn't look terrible because you don't really look up in that area. And again, like I said, I'm not that... I guess I could... No, it's not going to work unless I do it this way, because if I tried to run this corner up into this, I think now this becomes too out of sync. Like but it is out of sync. So this roof line would sink. So if I let this come across and these buried into either side, then these wouldn't line up properly when I would go to do the peak, or would they? Well, let's start to do the peak and see what happens. Does it line up? And I know I can... Wait a second, that's not good at all. I know... I'm going to jump down here because I'm not seeing it as good. Okay, so I'm wondering if this peak... Does this... Do they line up, or... No, but it would look silly. Because this coming through to up into this area doesn't quite line up. However, It actually does work. I mean, it's not great, but it works, because what this does now is allows me to have a really big window here if I want, which I kind of do. I think it always looks good to have an archway opening, letting light in and stuff. So if I do this, I mean, I'll have to fix that. I'll have to fix this window a bit and kind of fill it in a little, right? I can't just leave it to do whatever the hell it wants. But if I kind of did what I did in those other windows to give it a little bit of personality, I guess. Again, pretty it's pretty basic. Like, this is not like your revolutionary design or anything like this on my part. Oh, wrong. There's something already there. Oh, there is. Okay. Okay. So again, I might put a hearth right here. So I actually quite like these big windows here. These are kind of cool. I'm starting to get down to the nitty-gritty on this wood, though. And the nice thing is I can put these X's on the window here. And then do a... How'd that happen? How's this? I'd rather just do it that way. That work? Yeah, that works. Okay. Not sure what I'm going to do with that at the end. So this here is going to be a little patio, so I'm going to do this now. Oh, wrong one. Nope. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I got to figure out this patio in the end here at some point. And so, yeah, shit. Okay, so let's put this here, just so I have something to work with as far as... Is that where that beam comes up? I'm not going to be able to... I can't tell how this is done when I got to get out here. Is that just hung off the end there like that? Like, is it just a wall? Because I probably would still need two walls anyways, right? At the beginning, I can't just have one giant opening. And then well, if I do this, I might be able to make that work then. Let's try this. Oh, right. I'll do it on this side. Okay. Aha. Thought it was hanging off the end there, but I wasn't 100% sure how this was done. Oh, wait a sec. That one is done right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to finish this off and then we'll probably call it a video. I might do some off-camera stuff just to progress a bit quicker here. There we go. That's not so bad. Okay, so let's start doing this aspect of it here. I don't have a ton left, but I think I have enough. I have enough to at least get the roof on this place. I'm kind of glad we didn't go through as much rock as I thought we were going to go through, because I kind of like wood better than rock anyways. Where is it there? It's just always... No, I haven't done a lot of Gloston building and stuff like that, just a little. I've always been kind of, when I've gotten to that point, I've always been kind of, I wouldn't say bored of the game is wrong to say, but like just meaning I've been, I've already built my base and everything, you know what I'm saying? So why is one side off from the other? What did I do here? Why is... That's 2. And this is 2.5. Oh. Oh, I see. I just didn't extend this last stone. Okay. I stopped it right here for some bizarre reason. And it should be like that. And so I will build this like this. Then I will build this just to finish it off, make it look like it was intentional. I will then do this. And that kind of fills in. Nice. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking really good here. I gotta figure out how I want to do this railing and stuff, but for now, this is how I'm gonna do it, because eventually, you know, I'm not gonna do that just yet, because I think I might have to go back to bed already. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here. So this is the workshop. We're going to run all the kilns and everything all along the back side here. Sorry, kilns and smelters. And maybe some of the kilns on that side there. Now, the thing about this particular, you're going, well, where's it going to go? Well, the smelters are going to exhaust out the roof. I'll have those open. I'll put the smelters down when I can re-roof it. And this is the right height to allow the smelter smoke to leave. I'll show you that when you come back after I'm done this video. In the next video, I'll show you. The smelters, sorry, the kilns, which make the charcoal, I'll probably just put back here. Now, I have a high enough roof line that the smoke will travel up the roof and then just dissipate here. I might put a little flap or something like that just to let some of the exhaust, depending on how the kilns and how it looks and stuff like that. So I might actually build a bit of a chimney. But for the most part, I'm just going to leave it as is. This other side, again, I'll put the tall stackables, like those blast furnaces. They'll probably go through the roof over here, and then sort of everything. Remember, these aren't going to be here. These benches are going to be moved into this space over here. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do my, I'll probably do the work the workbench here and the forge bench. That's what I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the forge bench on this side over here. And I might do, like I said, I think I've showed you a little bit. I kind of like this like half wood, half stone look. I might start doing that all the way around, this sort of wainscoting slash. I've got to figure out what I want to do here. I got to figure out this floor and how I'm going to turn this into sort of the great hall. I'll probably have a bunch of, maybe some armor stands and some trophies and things like that in the hallway and stuff. Just kind of build it up. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the kitchen, because now the kitchen is completely changed. And it doesn't quite, it sort of seems a little too busy in here because a lot of this is coming out anyway. So as it comes out, maybe I'll be able to figure out, why am I wet? Oh, because of that. one open tile for some reason. Okay, well, let's block her in. There we go. That's better. I will basically figure out how I'm going to do this. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at. I mean, I'm going to put some carpets and things down, figure out these windows a little bit better. I might put glass in them once I get to the mountains, if there's some golems or some caves or something like that. But I do like, and then obviously I got to figure out, I might even make this a little bit bigger because I want to put the hot tub out there, I think. The thing about the hot tub is I might have to bring it inside, and the reason why is because it's got to be close enough to your bed to get the, so it might look cool out here, but I don't know if I can leave it out there. You know what I'm saying? I might have to bring it in closer and then build something to make it work. So yeah, no, it's coming along. I actually like it even more than I thought I was going to like it. I think halfway through there, changing from stone to wood again, sort of saw. I just, like I said, I like that wood and stone look myself. And yeah, maybe get some lighting, of course, because it's when it's raining, when it's like this, you can't see nothing. So maybe I'll do a few of those right now, because I know I'm going to want to put some lighting for sure on either side of the bed here. So I'll just put one right here, and then I'll put another one there. Look at that, it makes a huge difference already. I'll put, I might do some sconce, like a hanging brazier instead. Brazier, I don't know how to say it. Is that turned? No. I always found it weird how it floats though. Put that there. These might be a little high, but sometimes if they're too close to the roof line, they'll stop working. Look at that lighting. God, this game looks good sometimes, like really good. Yeah, maybe hang a couple of big braziers over top the main shop here, and get some good lighting in here for that. And yeah, we'll figure it out. I like the big open space, but you never know. I might put some timbers across from side to side here to hang the lighting off and things like that. We'll see. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, guys. Nice big open space, and the kitchen's going to be the big one. But okay, we'll catch you later.